This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, and we go straight to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Road, who's waiting patiently to spread the gospel. Bradley?
Thanks so much, Sandra. Good to be here. Today we got to read it from the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, 13 to 18. Let me encourage the brothers of the Lord's church, all those who have died in Christ. Here's what Paul wrote to the church at Thessalonica, and he encouraged them with these words. He says, brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind who have no hope. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again. And so, we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him. According to the Lord's word, we tell you that we who are still alive and who are left until the coming of the Lord will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ. It's very important now. The dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we will be with the Lord forevermore. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, 13 through 18, I read from the NIV. I'm encouraging members of the Church of Christ with these words. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Amen. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, there are reports coming in that around 10 a.m. this morning, a tourist, believed to be tourist white man, at the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, mysteriously drowned. And so that is our top story, because you will recall that over the last couple of months, there has been many alleged mysterious disappearance of tourists, principally from the United States of America. And I'm certain that you would recall that among the tourists who have been missing at Paradise Island are men whom it is alleged were transgender. So there are people who are now investigating to determine precisely what this is, and it is our hope that tourism will immediately tell us what this is, because, you know, people on Paradise Island are very, very concerned. So I thought I would tell that to you. Now, there seems to be a confusion within the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And I'm talking about it because I have to prove to the Tribune that I do work. I'm very disturbed that I may be forced to arrest a Negro man who unlawfully entered a dry goods store on Main Bay Street and robbed a Negro woman who manages the dry goods store and seized, among items, 2 cell phones and terrorized her on Bay Street as the tourists, it is alleged, were walking up and down. And I have been advised that in the course of the robbery, one of the tourists, whom it is believed to be a tourist American, upon seeing that, she was placed in a state of shock and she break off run along Bay Street. So that is very significant, because tourism is our #1 industry, And I regarded Bay Street to be perhaps the most safest place on the island of New Providence. But apparently it is not, because we cannot have not even one robbery. Now, what I find disturbing is the victim of the robbery. She decided that she would report it to the Central Police Station. But there are many police officers, it is alleged, who felt that she went to the wrong police station. They felt because the robbery took place on Bay Street, she should have gone to the tourism police station. But of course, there is an argument. You don't go to the police tourism station if you didn't get robbed by the tourists them. Isn't that interesting? So she goes, it's amazing. She went to the Central Police Station, and it is alleged she gave them statement, and somehow the tourism police, it is alleged, this allegation, they felt the sense the Central Police Station got the statement, they should go and investigate the Negro man. So every day, it is alleged, he comes to the spot and he catches the jitney and he hangs out in the area. Meanwhile, the manageress, she is in fear. She cannot understand why the police have not responded to her complaint and pick up the man who hangs out at the very spot on the bus stop. So she wants me to express so many things about me. She wants me to interrupt it. So all day I have been from doctors to doctors. And so at some points I was practicing how to arrest him. Now my problem is it would be better that the police arrest him, because I don't have the energy. I do have my walking stick, and it might be scandalous if I tell him that he's under arrest and he refused to listen to me, and I attempt to lick him with this and he disarmed me and licked me. Then everybody will say, what I doing playing policeman? So this is a serious issue, and today the victim has complained to me that with all them policemen walking up and down Bay Street, the first police she approached when she was robbed, she didn't know that the police was knocking off. So he said he would go and capture the man, and she subsequently learned that he was getting off and he had to go home, so the Negro robber is still there. So I thought I'd tell it to you, and I called on the Commissioner of Police. I wanted to know that the victim is a woman, and she is the manageress of an old shop, and the police should do something about it. And I'm satisfied that the police has all of the particulars. So they know the victim name, they know where to find her, they have her confidential cell number, and of course, they know she's Negro. So this is powerful. So I just want the country to know I'm right there fighting crime, but I know I can't beat that man, all right? And I'm not sure that if I grab my boys them and go for him, if the police wouldn't think it's gangsterism. So I'm going to appeal to our new Commissioner of Police to, send the police to the woman. She opened up that historic store. Other than that, I'm going to have to take my microphone, return to the store, tell her close it down for a few minutes, and interview her. So it's a very serious matter. And I want the police to know, it doesn't matter which police station a citizen go to report a crime. Once the citizen reports that crime, if there are available policemen, they should respond to the crime. and not get into being to send the file to the tourism police station, or the tourism police station can send it to the central police station, and in the process they had this Negro for the last 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 days. And his robbery seems to be very beneficial. Can you imagine going to Bay Street, going to the Capitol, among all the tourists there, and you could rob, nobody capture you, and every morning you come back to Bay Street looking to see if you can detect any other victim. Now, they don't have to believe me, but that's a fact. And I'm finished with that. Any comment, my spiritual advisor?
No comment, Senator.
Well, since the spiritual advisor has no comment, a Negro man who in December defended one of the woman them who was attacked by a man whom they allege may have mental issues, and he attacked the woman, and a man, let's call him a good Samaritan, he's a clerk by birth, he has been rewarded, I'm advised, by the Royal Bahamas Police Force and 1 or 2 sophisticated individuals or institution. So that's good news. And finally, it appears that men in our society who risk their life to save people, and particularly to rescue one of the woman them, is now being recognized. So it's a great day in the Bahamas, taking into consideration that there are many women who are intellectual. The intellectual women are the communists. They are the women who are not saved. They do not believe in Jesus. And they are the women who have a wicked sexual agenda. So they are the women who have been launching a serious anti-man campaign. So today I want to come back to deal with them, because I want to get them to deal with an issue that is affecting family life. And this has nothing to do with a husband raping his wife. This has to do with incest. Are these women able to determine what constitutes incest? Why is it that they have not spoken out against it? Why is it that they have not moved any bills in the Honorable House? There is incest, but then one of the sex acts is not physically incest. And we have a history of it where a man might be courting 2 sisters. So is that incest? See, if a man courts 2 sisters, let's say he's liking sister number 1, and sister number 2 is aware of it, but she also likes him. Is that incest? Is that incest? Because sister number 1 is not allegedly related to him by blood, and sister number 2 is allegedly not related to him by blood. So is there incest? Have you ever had the experience where your brother is your first cousin, where your sister is your first cousin? So we live in a society where all these radical women, they know about this kind of sexual activity, but they will not condemn that. And I'm opposed to it. And I am prepared to say something to you in court. I have a very good friend who is my political colleague and ally from we were young people. His name is Nicola Emmanuel Jacques. And Jacques will tell you that one day it came before the council of our party, which was called the Workers' Party, that one of our officers were liking 2 sisters. You heard me? Liking 2 sisters. And both sisters had the same father and the same mother. And I told Jax that I will not tolerate that in the Workers' Party. Jax laughed. He said, my monkey, you can't be joking. I said, Jax, I'm not joking. And I summoned them to a party meeting. And I told the man that I condemned the fact that he was liking the two sisters. And I suspend him and the older sister, and I kept the younger sister in the party. You take it from me. So I listening to these communists. Listen to what I just told you. I suspended the man and the older sister, and I pardoned the younger sister. That is the kind of sexual discipline that we had in the Workers' Party. And to Brother Man, you don't have to worry about that. I won't call your name. You remain politically faithful, but I still believe it was wicked, it was sinful, and it was wrong for you to like the two sisters. But they won't condemn that. They into that. That is what I'm telling you, what is dangerous about this society. Now they have a good argument. Their argument is, we're not blood to the man. All right? And I hail from Exuma. I hail from Exuma. And I'll tell you that there are many powerful families that hail from Exuma, where the man had children with the two sisters. So I want them to stop it, talking up a bunch of nonsense. Condemn that. But they can't, because the two sisters are not related to the man. The man ain't related to sister one, ain't related to sister two. All right? I want to challenge them on that. I want them to stand up and ask. I want them to answer me. I want those communists with their picky head to answer me and tell me if they think that is a sin. I say it's a sin. I think it's wrong. And if we are going to launch a sexual revolution in the country, let's not half-step. Let's not pussyfoot. If we're going to march, let us march all the way. Take it from me. I know these unsaved communists. They were communists when they were in the youth, and they're communists now. All right? This is freedom march. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We need to bring an end to this kind of relationship. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. When we took the adjournment, we were looking at some of the sexual issues in the Bahamas and the failure of the communist women. These are the intellectuals to stand up against some of these sins. But before we continue, we're going to invite the spiritual advisor to pay bills, and then perhaps after that, we might go into space. Bradley?
Thank you so much, Senator. So Nassau, Bahamas, get ready for a night to remember. Alpha Sound Promotion invites you to Back to Love, an unforgettable evening of smooth R&B vibes and cherished memories. Join us at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, February 15th for a spectacular all-white affair you won't want to miss, featuring live performances by Freddie Jackson, Regina Bell, and the Essence Band. Tickets available at BahamasTicket.com, Plantation Bar and Grill, Big Boys Cafe, and Tropics Bar and Grill. For more information, contact 822-6863. Mark your calendar, dress in your finest white attire, and join us for a night of love, music, and pure elegance. Do you enjoy watching Freedom March? If so, advertise your business today for as low as $50. Contact us now at 557-0258 or 557-0259 for the Impact Package. Thank you, producer. All right, back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, we are all learning that in Exuma, we shall be seeing science playing out. We shall see the landing of a number of, is it spacecraft, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah.
Is it spacecraft?
Booster landing.
It's booster landing. Mm-hmm. So there are reports of booster landing. Today I'm in a conflict of interest because I happens to be the nephew of a great Exumian by the name of Forrester Bow. He's my uncle, and I have reason to suspect that Forrester Bow, granddaughter, might be playing a major role in this big operation that is taking place. I suspect it. See, I suspect it. And therefore, I'm going to be cautious and hold my cards to my chest and monitor so that I can see clearly if I do, in fact, have any family members playing a significant role in this. And I still want the people to know that I shall always defend the people, but at this stage, for scientific reason, for aeronautic reason, please forgive me, I'm trying to find some big words, for space reason, and the fact that my uncle's daughter is reportedly a scientist astronaut. I've never been related to an astronaut before. You know what it is to be related to an astronaut? Do you know what it will mean if, in fact, my investigation demonstrates to me that my uncle's granddaughter may land in the Bahamas? I don't know. You see? But I'm going to give my spiritual advisor, who's also my cousin. You know, I'm related to Bradley Rowe.
Listen, I don't think so.
I've hidden it from him. But I'm going to allow him to say whatever he wants to say. I will guard my position, and depending on how it goes, Bradley will be in trouble. So, Brother Rose, do you have any problem with SpaceX?
Well, I'm trying to understand the partnership that Bahamas has finalized with SpaceX.
So there's a partnership.
Yeah.
And
For booster landing. What is interesting is when I first heard about this, I was off the assumption that there was just going to be a test run with one landing here in the Bahamas. And it looks like it's going to be in the Exumas.
okay,
But I understand now that they plan for 20 landings.
20 landing. Now,
This
what
year.
will land? The spaceship?
The booster.
What is a booster?
So let's see. I was trying to get to the bottom of this today.
Okay.
But apparently it does say that the Bahamas and SpaceX.
Just hold on for 1 second. Uncle, just take note, eh? I've already declared that you're my uncle, so it's the spiritual advisor who's talking about this. Go ahead, my spiritual
Yeah, so
advisor.
the Bahamas and SpaceX will make history next week when SpaceX lands its Falcon 9 first stage booster on its drone ship in Bahamian waters. Okay, it is the first of 20 such landings planned for the Bahamas for this year, with a landmark landing fee framework put in place. Now, I was wondering about what was involved as far as benefit for the Bahamas is concerned.
So what is the economic benefit for the
Well,
Bahamas?
we don't know what the landing fee is, but they have a framework. They say they have a framework in place, which means I guess they, in talking with SpaceX, will negotiate some monetary benefits
So
for the
no,
Bahamas.
there's been no,
They haven't tell you what it was or what it is.
do you think they have arrived at an economic
It does seem so.
position?
It does seem so.
Okay.
Because they do have a landing fee framework put in place.
Okay, and to what extent will Anthony Ferguson,
That's
who's
not.
in
It's not
charge-
mentioned here.
who is in charge of carbon credit, will he be able to sell any carbon credit to SpaceX?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
See,
know.
this
How
is very
I don't know how they
significant.
connect the two though.
Well, you know,
don't know how
any
you connect it to-
spacecraft, any booster landing, there will be the creation of certain chemical reactions.
Yeah, and maybe environmental concerns.
And to what extent will it infect what the thing is called up there in the sky? And
The atmosphere was only well, no.
well, both
Yeah.
of them, and whether or not Anthony Ferguson will be able to pick up a couple of $1 billion, because don't forget what I've told you, the PLP government has appointed Anthony Ferguson in charge of all the carbon credit, and carbon credit is derived from seaweed. You see all that seaweed? It produces the antidote to whatever carbon is in the air. All the mangrove, and just the other day, children in one family island were planting hundreds of mangrove. So will this be an opportunity for Kalina Big Gun, Anthony Ferguson, to now negotiate a couple of $1 billion in carbon credit from SpaceX? I mean, these are great opportunities. This is what I think. And everybody knows that Anthony, his company, according to the Police Staff Association, is claiming that the government owes them $100 million. And Anthony is now in a position to collect a couple of $1 billion. So what are you discovering?
So the partnership with the world's biggest space company is a unique one, arranged for not seen anywhere else in the world. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Investments and Aviation, Chester Cooper explained during his address to announce the event yesterday that the booster landings, something relatively new to space travel in the Bahamas, will mean the existence of a new tourism driver for the economy. So with landings scheduled this year, visitors will not only enjoy our pristine shores, but will witness history in real time. So no other place on Earth offers this combination of paradise and space exploration. So rocket booster landings will generate fresh economic activities, attracting more travelers. So it seems as if they're trying to, with the booster landing, create what is called space tourism.
Space tourism.
So I guess similar to the space station in Florida, where tourists go to, I guess witness certain things. I guess they're saying hopefully tourists can now move from that location and come to the Bahamas to witness basically something similar, and hopefully drive the tourism numbers up.
Did the Deputy Prime Minister reveal or suggested that a descendant of Exuma,
Who's Aisha Bo?
that's the granddaughter of my uncle?
Now she may be. Let me see.
What are they saying about her?
What is her qualification? I just had it here.
Okay. She's very brilliant. She's a brilliant
Let's
relative.
see. All right. So
Go ahead.
Okay. So it's going to boost. Sorry, it's going to boost local businesses and introduce new experiences. For example, yacht excursions to watch rocket landings. I guess this is all what they're projecting. Additionally, SpaceX has pledged $1 million for the University of the Bahamas and will continue to invest in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math education in the Bahamas. So
$1 million to the University of the Bahamas?
this is what they're pledging, yeah.
And how much are they donating to Great Exuma?
Well, let's read on and see what happens. So,
Go ahead.
So Moshe's consultant on the SpaceX project is Aisha Bo. So
Okay.
she's a consultant on the SpaceX project.
Okay.
And she said at the event yesterday that the booster landings will nurture interest from the generation of Bahamians in what is called a $14 billion a year industry.
Wow.
So this is more than a technical moment.
I want you to go over what she said one more time.
Moshe's consultant on the SpaceX project is Aisha Bo.
Aisha Bo.
Who is she related to?
If I am correct, she would be the
sure now.
If I am correct, she would be my uncle Forrester Bo's granddaughter.
Okay.
You got me? I want y'all to watch out for me. Watch out for me! Because I'm related to everybody in the Bahamas. And there could be no secret, even though I don't know what the hell is going on. All right? But there could be no secret. Watch out for me. Now, what can I say?
Yeah, so she says that
there's going to be
this SpaceX project,
$14 billion?
it will nurture interest from the next generation of Bahamians.
Okay.
There's a $14 billion a year industry.
$14 billion industry. You see, my cousin, my uncle's granddaughter, that's businessman Forrester Bo, if I'm correct, she will be able to make for the Bahamas more money than Anthony Ferguson could make talking about selling credit carbon. My uncle, Forrester Bo, who hails from Great Exuma. So you got to watch out for me. I'm related to everybody. And so I'm going to see my uncle because he wants to see me. And I don't want to say anything about this project because my uncle is a funny man. One day, he puts you on the bill. And depending on how you act, Uncle scratch your name off. And at 68, I cannot afford for my uncle, Forrester Bo, to take my name off the bill. So, I'm showing off. He's sent for me. He said to me, nephew, come up to where he lives. So as soon as I feel kind of good, I'm going to ask Marcus Louis to take me at the top of the highest hill in Carmichael Road, where my uncle, this great young girl's grandfather, resides. Because uncle wants to see me. And by damn, this uncle, he don't mess around. He wake up this morning, and depending on how you behave, he starts scratching the name off the will, and he write another will. Okay? He just write will. And so, uncle said must come. It's good uncle, and what I like about him, depending on how he feels, every time he thinks about how I never smoked dope, he send for me and write me a check. He said, nephew, I'm so proud that you have never smoked dope and drink rum. Take this check. And then I go to Black Village and I carry the check to my wife. So, see what my uncle give me for not smoking dope? So I'm going to call on young people everywhere. Please don't smoke dope. Don't drink rum, because you never know what kind of uncle you would eventually have. And my uncle rewards me. And when he said, nephew, you don't smoke dope, eh? I'm 68 now. I said, uncle, I don't smoke dope. He said, man, I'm proud of you. Wife, bring that check. And my uncle started writing me check. So it's his granddaughter. Okay? It's a secret, but I talk. First about granddaughter. So she's going to be involved in the spacecraft. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to run on. I'm going to play uncle and nephew. I'm going to play family. You follow? And see how things work out. How does it sound, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, so, but I guess for the most part, it's best for you to do that. So, the two concerns, of course.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. What are your concerns?
What benefit that it would have for the Bahamas? And that's kind of laid out
Isn't
somewhat.
it says?
Yeah. So we see that.
Tell us
but
what it says.
But then the second concern is what environmental impact this will have on our territory. So the director of the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection,
Who's that person?
Dr. Rihanna Neely, said yesterday during her presentation at the event that the first landing will be monitored by her team.
Really?
Yeah.
She knows anything about space?
They're basically looking at the environmental impact of these landings, which I'm thinking that the Deputy Prime Minister and his team would have consulted with these folks to see exactly what are the pros and the cons with this.
Yes.
And a presentation at the event that the first landing will be monitored by her team, along with support from development consultant firm Braun. We have to look and see what that is. Okay. She added that each subsequent landing by SpaceX will require new understandings of possible environmental impacts. So the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Raymond King explained during the question and answer session of the event that the landing will take place about 20 nautical miles from Panawan Town, Eleuthera, and 20 nautical miles from Norman's Key in the Exumas. So this is very interesting. When the announcement was made about the partnership, there were concerns raised about noise pollution from the sonic boom caused by the speed of the rocket. It should be very, very loud, actually.
Really?
Neely said that there should be no resident on land within earshot of the sonic boom. All right.
Okay.
So I guess if you're too close to it, it could possibly burst your eardrum, eh?
Really?
I guess so.
I don't know. I'm going to just have to ask my uncle first of all. I'm going to go see him. Perhaps I should go see Uncle Bobo tomorrow so I could come back and tell you what my uncle say about the project. Y'all ever had an uncle?
So they're hoping to boost tourism,
who's close to the project? See, nobody knew that. So I go see my uncle and say, Uncle, what's going on at Great Exuma, and I think it would be powerful, but he has sent for me. Lord, I thank you that my uncle, Forrest Bell, has sent for me and has asked me to climb the highest hill in Carmichael Road where he resides. I'm going to see my uncle, and we are going to talk about space. I don't know too much things about space, but I'm certain that my uncle will educate me. This is powerful.
Yeah, so we'll leave
Any
that.
other information?
We'll leave that until we really get to the bottom of find out exactly what economic benefit and environmental impact this project, this partnership with SpaceX in the Bahamas will have.
Okay.
Yeah, there has to be a reason why the government decided to go after this.
Okay.
So I guess we'll have to see in the long run what exactly. You know what I mean? There's got to be a reason why they went after it. I mean,
So, folks, you heard me say that my uncle, Forrest Bell, his granddaughter, she's involved in that, okay? And she is brilliant, okay? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
all right, so Sandra, let's do this.
Yeah.
We want to make a case.
You want to make a case?
Yeah, issue of non-payment to police reserves.
Okay.
And it seems to be a very vexing and serious problem. And so a letter was forwarded to us that we make a
We have a
plea-
letter? Really?
that we make a
Who
plea-
signed the letter?
Well, this is going to upset you. All right? But
Who that is? What the person is?
there's no signature.
There's no signature?
Yeah, and I think you have problems with people who send letters and don't sign. But
Are you
let's-
sure these are policemen?
Yeah, now I know for a fact a police reserve delivered this to me.
Okay.
I know he is a reserve police officer. Now you have to take it up with him as to why he didn't sign it.
But I don't know who he is.
Yeah. Well, let's call him Officer Dibbles.
Dibbles did this? You see, I keep telling Monroe, stop promoting these F&Ms.
Let's
Lord have mercy, Officer Dibbles.
let's call him Dibbles, Officer Dibbles.
Officer
So
Dibbles.
here's what he said. All right.
My spiritual advisor, this is insane, you know. You're going to slander the police?
Listen, Officer Dibbles is saying that as of December
Okay.
the 14th, the police reserves has not been paid. Now he's advancing an argument as to why they need to get the money.
Has he reported this matter to the deputy
Of course,
commissioner of police?
he has. He has already.
That he spoke to
Now,
the two deputies?
Officer Dibbles, now you see what I tell you? Now you see the problem?
What's the problem?
Now you see the problem, right?
What is the problem?
Because he's not the only one who's been complaining, you know. Numerous police officers, especially reserve police
Yeah, but
officers.
I'm asking a question. This is scientific.
You know something? I can't answer. I can't answer the question.
My spiritual advisor, when Officer Dibble presented this letter, you should have said to him, Officer, did you complain to any of the deputy commissioners of police?
He has already.
What solution did they offer?
None.
Did he go a step further?
I don't know.
Did he complain?
So let me ask you a question. You don't want to make a plea that these men be paid and women?
But of course, I could make a plea without you reading that unsigned letter. See, I suspect that Officer Dibbles is an F&M, right? And I'm jealous that I'm an F&M. He's an F&M.
Listen, I can tell you.
And he didn't give
If
me
you all
it.
want justice under this government, you can't ask him to do it.
That is not true, my spiritual
Because he's
advisor.
not
I've
gonna-
done more
he's
for the
not
police
gonna
than
help
you.
He's not
I've
going
done
to
more
help
for the
you.
police for you. When
I
the
just hope you're witnessing
when the
this
PLP came
for
to
his hand,
power,
all right?
you know who all they were promoting? Just F&Ms. And I told Marcus Louis, take me to the Ministry of National Security. I need to see the minister. I met with the minister. I said, Minister, why are you promoting all of these F&Ms?
Now, how do we get into promotion now when we're trying to help these reserve officers get their
Because
money?
you are suggesting that I will not help them. I help the police. The police are our friends,
So help these reservists then.
and they should
Do you
be
care to
paid.
help these reserves?
Yes, I want them to complain to the Commissioner of Police.
Man, Rodney, man.
Wow.
To waste of
You
time,
really
man.
don't believe in the system, eh? I would love to hear that we have complained to the two deputies.
This is a buddy system
We
we
have
man.
complained to the Commissioner of Police. Then I could now sit with the minister and say, Minister, a whole commissioner and two deputy, why have they not been able to resolve this matter? Okay, but you want to read it, right? Go ahead then. Read it then.
All right, let's see what Officer Dibbles is saying, okay? Because he's making an argument for non-payment of issue of non-payment to police reserves. Here's what he's saying. The police reserves, which is part of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, facing a significant issue regarding the non-payment of their salaries since December of last year.
So they've not been paid since
December of last year, yeah.
So they're owed for what period now?
January, February, 2 months.
2 months, okay.
Yeah. So this situation has caused great distress among the reserve officers.
I
On the
want
other
the
side.
reservists
On the other side.
to relax. This government is caring, and Minister Wayne Monroe is caring. We're going to solve this problem, and every policeman shall be paid if they are owed. God save the Royal Bahamas Police Force. God save the King. It's powerful all the way.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. And of course, I think, is it 5 o'clock yet, my spiritual advisor?
Yes, it's 5 o'clock.
It's birthday time.
Yeah.
Okay. Do birthdays, and when you're finished, you can return to the police reservists, okay?
Yeah, so because we got some live. It's amazing, eh?
I said, you may deal with it.
Yeah. But you know what happened, though?
No, you wouldn't listen to my leadership. Don't you know who you sit next to?
Yeah. You're an independent contractor.
Yes, and so when I direct you as to how to maneuver, you're not maneuvering.
Now, I can only tell you what Officer Dibbles tell me.
Yes, but we don't want Officer Dibbles to lose his job.
Right.
Because all of this goes against discipline, but you don't want to listen to me. You fail to recognize that I am the son of a former chief inspector of police. And I'm trying to protect these officers, and they've always been told they are to talk to me secretly, and I will protect them. Because if the Commissioner of Police and her 2 deputy commissioner were to become aware of the identities of these individuals, they will be subjected to discipline. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is a disciplined force. Police officers, reservists are not allowed to do this. And therefore, they have been given a secret conduit. And the secret conduit is me. They come to me, and I quietly sit with the minister and try to maintain discipline as I ensure that whatever stipend that they are required for the maintenance of their uniforms, they will get it. But you don't want to listen to me, because you are like the rest of the Negroes. You all think I am stupid just because I don't have
let's stop this
education.
Negro stuff. Let's stop this Negro.
Okay?
So you're an uneducated Negro.
Yes, I am. But I'm educated enough to know
that Dibbles shouldn't do this.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You know,
Dibbles. Boy, I tell you. Dibbles.
You tell him he is to quietly bring all letters, all documents, all petitions to me.
Officer Dibbles, you're in trouble, man.
He's not in any trouble. You will protect his identity. That is my command. So he's not in any trouble.
Anyway, let's do these birthdays. Let's do these birthdays. Cynthia Johnson, happy birthday to Lady Cynthia Johnson. It's coming from your kids, Sonara and John, Shalan and Katora. Now, y'all please forgive me if I don't call these names correctly, okay? And Cynnique. Is that Sanique? Cynn. Okay, so it looks like a Torah, Sanique, your grandkids, sisters, brothers, family and friends, Church of God of Prophecy, Healing and Deliverance Ministries, and all who love you, especially Tika and Shelley. All right, so happy birthday to Cynthia Johnson. Do I know Cynthia? I don't know, maybe. But happy birthday. So we're going to do an anniversary shout out. Happy 32nd anniversary to Edison and Darlene. So, oh, yeah, man. Now, I know this couple for sure. 32 years. Man, Edison, listen, I remember the first year. Because apparently your wife and my first wife were very, very good friends. Edison, my brother, congratulations to you, man. 32 years. Oh, my God. Wow. And Darlene Sumner still looking just as lovely as ever. Your couple, listen, I congratulate you. Edison and Darlene Sumner is coming from your son Avery, your sister Delvira, your brother Kent, and all of your family and friends, especially your cousin Tracy. Happy 32nd wedding anniversary, Edison and Darlene Sumner. I know this married couple. I know them. Congratulations, man. You make me proud. And we want to do a shout out to some students from Aquinas. I had an opportunity to meet some students from Aquinas College today, and they said they were on a field trip and they went to visit the Pompey Museum in Fort Charlotte. And so what I find to be so interesting about these students is I was passing, right?
You finished with the birthday day?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to do one? You have
No,
something?
no. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was passing. They were all at McDonald's. And I just decided
Where
to
you said the
stop.
Pompey Museum is located?
Is it Fort Charlotte? No. Is it? I don't know. Where's it? Downtown? No. Pompey Square is downtown, eh? But they were at McDonald's in Oaksville.
And what were they saying?
So that museum have to be close by. I don't know. I'm assuming. Anyhow, so I had an opportunity to
Let's get Pompey correct.
Where's that? Where's the museum?
Do you know where the old BEC head office was located on Bay Street?
Downtown, yeah.
Across from George Street.
There's a Pompey Square there.
That building, that square, was named after the African slave from Great Exuma,
Pompey.
if I'm correct.
You are correct.
Pompey.
Yeah. Pompey, yeah, you're
So
correct.
that is where the Pompey Museum is
Is.
located.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Now, those students who went to McDonald's and are telling you,
No, they didn't say that.
well, be careful because
I don't
I
think
will
they said
call
that.
on them to stop eating McDonald's because it's making them stupid.
God, stop that, man.
Don't tell me stop it. You said they were at McDonald's.
So why don't we
And
leave that alone,
my brother, I
man?
am 68.
Sandra, let me
Just hold on for a second, my spiritual
Man, let me
advisor.
finish
I want you to hold on for a second.
Jeez.
Goodness of mercy.
what is
You
this?
tell me, but
Why you
Pompey
turn this into
is
this, man?
you said to me
It is
that
a mistake.
yeah, but you said with the student and then at Fort Charlotte. See, you are not aware that this morning.
But look how you mess up this good shout out.
Yeah.
These students say they watch us every day, Sandra.
Yes, but I want the
Don't
students to
spoil-
have it correctly.
Don't spoil this,
You will
man.
not blackmail me emotionally. You will not do it. Because this morning, I have been confronted by vendors
I'm sorry.
at Fort Charlotte who are complaining. Now go ahead and give the students a shout
Put these
out.
students back up. Let me just say hello to them. It's amazing. And so I was passing, and I looked at the ace on their T-shirt.
Okay.
And
Ace is for St. Augustine?
no, without looking carefully
Yes.
at the name on the T-shirt, I said, "What school is this?" One of the students said, "Well, gee, I mean, the name is right on the shirt. He's Alaskan," and that caused me to stop. But anyway, I befriended them, and I told them, "Listen, I identified myself, and when I did, I was just surprised that these young students, and that's why we have to be very careful on this show. These young people watch this show, so we got to be careful with our temperament, the way we speak to one another, and the way we do things, because these students here are the future. So I want to send a special shout out to these students from Aquinas College. All right, you guys were very nice towards me, and I did promise you that I would give you a shout out today on Freedom March, and I know I'm doing this because it really got my attention that at your age you tune in.
How old are they?
To this show. They are in grade 9 or 10, so they would be maybe 14, 15-year-olds, thereabout.
Do you know that the babies to the breast watch us here?
Yeah.
I just saw a baby, and the baby mother says, "See, Mr. Monka," and the baby say, "I just wanted the baby there." I say, "Chugalugu, stoogie loogie loogie." This is powerful.
Anyhow.
But I want to join my spiritual advisor in saluting the young student at
Aquinas College.
Aquinas College. I want them to know that I don't know what the spiritual advisor talking about. We have to be careful. I call on you all as students not to smoke dope. Do not drink rum.
Right, you could do that.
Do not smoke dope. Dope is not good for you. And already we have many of our young people who are lazy, they're slack, and they have great mental issues. And so dope is destructive. And I want you to watch that I'm the only leader in the country who have not submitted to the temptation of dope money. It is dangerous. And if you students accept my leadership, and this leadership is an interesting leadership, I call upon you not to smoke dope. Don't matter what the bishop tell you, don't smoke dope. The pastor tell you, don't smoke dope. the doctors tell you, don't smoke dope. Don't smoke dope. I used to wait the Sunderlands. And our first patient, when I joined the staff, he claimed he could speak Spanish. And that Negro never been to Cuba, never been to Spain, and in school, he never did Spanish. And every time I came to work, he would say, I won't tell you what he said to me, allegedly.
Did he say Buenos Dias?
No, he would have been close to it. All right? So this is powerful. So I salute the students. I want you all to be respectful.
Yes, senor.
I don't want you all to be like Doris Johnson's students, fighting and throwing rock and cursing, okay? Don't do that, because we don't have any woman organization who would be able to come and set standard for y'all, because they're all preoccupied with sin. And this is powerful.
All right, so let's get back to Officer Dibbles. Now, Officer Dibbles, now here's what I'm understanding, and I'm hoping that police reserves who are watching the show will pay attention to this, all right? In the first instance, Officer Dibbles, I'm understanding that police reserves don't get a salary. So that's the first mistake here. They don't get a salary. I understand that police reserves are paid a stipend. I don't know what that stipend is. No reserve police has ever told me what it is. But I understand that it is used so that you can clean your uniform.
Are you saying that correctly?
Help me out, Senator.
Repeat.
It's used to help with the maintenance?
Repeat what you said the stipend is used for.
To help. The stipend, I'm understanding, is help to maintain your uniform. Is that correct? Or clean it?
Okay, well, I understand your Negro language. Go ahead.
Right. All right. Now, I'm understanding that you're not supposed to be dependent on the stipend if you are a reserve police officer. I'm understanding you would have other means of surviving.
Don't say it like that.
Well, you say it then.
Now, think about what you just said just now.
I'm understanding
you
that
would have other means. That is not the way to say it.
You should what?
You were about to say just now. You should have
other means
independent of the stipend.
Right.
Okay.
So you should not have this as some sort of thing that you depend on.
Yeah.
That's not what the stipend is used for. All right? And then I'm understanding, Officer Dibbles, and I can see why you didn't sign this letter, I'm understanding that you can be disciplined for this because you would have not followed the correct protocol. So what you should have done was get to your superiors and complain and let them know that you haven't received whatever it was that you...
Your stipend.
Your stipend. All right? And I'm also understanding that if you are a real, true-hearted, converted police officer, that normally on the reserve, if you work, you don't really expect a stipend. You work for free. If you are real, true to the heart police reservist. This is what I'm understanding. All right? So, now that I've been educated about this, I was ignorant prior to speaking with a top official. I've been educated now, and so now I can advance a different argument. That Officer Dibbles now needs to take his charge elsewhere, or his complaint elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I can't help you anymore.
Officer Dibbles should continue to do what he has been doing for years, and that is to quietly complain to me. Then, when I am in the presence of the minister, I bring up everything. Everything the people tell me, I tell the minister. All them who complain that the police ain't minding the children, when I see Mr. Monroe, I say to Mr. Monroe, now you're going to have to find a way to get the commissioner of police to make these young officers mind their babies. Whatever. Okay? Woman complains. So all the policeman doing is just putting plenty baby on her daughter and wouldn't mind the children. And she tired. So I said, when I see Monroe, I'll let Monroe know. Okay? So we can bring discipline to the force. And the next mother complained to me about the baby. I'm going to tell her to take the baby to police headquarters and leave it at the doorstep of the Commissioner of Police. That is what you do. You take the baby and you say, now, Commissioner, this is a police baby, and this is the police headquarters. And the best place to bring a policeman baby is to the police headquarters. What else are we talking about, Mr. Supervisor?
This is shed a completely different light on this. Because, I mean, I'm just wondering, there's so many police reserves who've been complaining about not receiving this stipend.
Don't worry,
But let me ask you, how much do you think the stipend is?
I really don't know.
You don't know for true?
Mr. Supervisor, I would not lie to you.
You'll lie to you now.
Mr. Supervisor, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
There's certain things I don't ask the minister.
But if it's just enough to take your uniform, the police, the government provides uniform, and you have a duty to keep it clean.
Look.
So if you take your stuff into
in the Royal Bahamas Police Force, there's a scandal developing on uniform.
Which is?
A scandal. Okay? So we're going to work to ease that scandal.
All right.
And make sure that everybody's taken care of. Okay? But you tell Dibbles,
Dibbles.
Going forward, he's to quietly bring all complaints to me. Call me, not you.
Now, Officer Dibbles, I don't think you have my number, so you're going to have to call me, 814-6096, and we're going to have to look at this a bit differently now, okay? Okay, Dibbles, you don't have my number. My number is 814-6096. You're going to have to WhatsApp me so we could meet at Wendy's. And discuss that.
It's beautiful.
In a different light. All right, we can move on, Sandra. Now,
go ahead.
I don't know if people have been complaining, but Sandra, I'm understanding, I was supposed to mention this yesterday, that there's a very terrible flu bug that is continually causing issues health-wise for a lot of Bahamians.
A flu bug?
It's a bug, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I may have seen something, I have to take a look at it, where they may be saying the something virus is now in the Bahamas.
No, wait, is this a Boyd virus?
No, you remember that virus we talked about months ago?
In China?
Yeah.
It has arrived?
I think I saw something, I'm going to double check it.
Okay.
But listen to me very carefully, and I'm going to double check my phone. When we go to the next break, I think I saw something that suggests that it is here.
Is this a statement from the Minister of Health?
I don't know. It's in my phone somewhere. I have to look at it, Rodney.
Do you agree?
Please, just give me, please. I'm
My
really trying to
spiritual
explain this to you.
advisor! Don't you agree that all statements on bugs
should come from them?
Lawful authority?
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
But listen, I have cases that I know where this thing has sent people to hospitals.
Okay.
It's causing people to have to take antibiotics.
Okay.
And it's really giving them a run for their money.
Do they take cough medicine too?
I don't know.
Okay.
But this flu bug is ridiculous. And a lot of people who I know have it now. They say, man, this can't be no flu, man.
What do they think it is?
They can't say. They say, man, this is different. This is really, if you're sick with it, you're sick bad.
Well, for
days.
I had one of those bugs. And I instructed my wife to boil some chicken sauce, plenty pepper, plenty lime, plenty onion, and just boil it and fill up the pot with water. And I drink that out of my system. So it's good to go to see the doctor, but cook some chicken sauce, okay? With plenty pepper and lime juice. And let's fight the superbug. How does that sound?
Yeah, so
What's the other story you have?
That's it.
Really? Nothing else happening in the country?
A lot of things happen in the country, but okay, thank you so much. Somebody says that the police reservists, they have to put in working hours, at least 150 hours a month.
Okay.
Really? It has to be 150 hours?
Is that plenty hours?
150 hours. Let's see if we can do the math here.
How many hours in a day?
150.
There are 24 hours in the day.
Let's just gonna do that. So let's
Okay.
just say you do a 8-hour shift.
Okay.
All right, so you're looking at 18 or 19 days.
Okay.
So it's not, you don't work a full month.
Okay.
You can do with 19 days to put in 150 hours a month, or the 30 days or 31 days, and then.
Well, I'm going to sit down with the minister, and I'm
Okay.
going to suggest to him that perhaps we need legislation to make provision for a salary
Let's just say they
for
make $40.
police reservists.
$40 times 19 days.
So, how much is that?
So if you do $40, let's say you make $40 a day, $5 an hour
Right.
every month. That's like $760.
That's good money.
Yeah, man. So now I can see, you know what I mean? Because you don't need $760 to keep no clothes clean.
Okay.
You see? So let's just say that if they do $5,
Why don't you and I just
150
quietly,
hours divided by
you and I will
8
quietly
hours. That's
sit
19
down
days.
and petition
So
the minister.
if they make $5 an hour, that's $40. $40 a day times 19 days, $760. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That pays for an
So
apartment.
$760. Let's just say you owe 2 months. Man, that's $1,520.
Okay.
Don't fool around, man. That's
Okay.
money. I may have to change my argument now.
Okay.
It's $1,500 if you owe 2 months.
Well, we'll have to talk with the minister.
And $1,500 could do some things.
And perhaps have an amendment to the rules. How does that sound?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to take care of all the police officers.
And you know what is interesting? How every single little dollar does add up, and it counts.
Go ahead, spiritual advisor.
Okay, let's move on. Let's leave Dibbles alone, and at least I have an understanding of what the police reserves is all about.
Okay. Well, the Deputy Prime Minister yesterday revealed that the government is getting ready to sign an agreement for the building or creation of 4 airports. And that is what has been announced by Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. So Cooper revealed yesterday that the government is preparing to sign agreements for the management of 4 airports. Cooper made the announcement at the Roots Americas conference at Atlanta's Paradise Island. While he said he could not give more information about the upcoming agreements just yet, Cooper said his ministry plans to hold a press conference to update the Bahamian people on the progress of the $300 million airports. So this is very significant, and notwithstanding what you may think, the PLP is doing a fantastic job. And it's great. Anyway, this is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. We'll be right back. Hold on, everybody. It's a Thursday evening. All right.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back. And of course, Tanya is there. Is Tanya there? Or hello, Tanya, if you are on the line.
Good afternoon, Rodney Munker, and good afternoon, Spiritual Advisor. Your girl Tanya coming to you live from Shop Smart Department Store, where we always encourage you to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart. Yes, we are counting down the last hours to Valentine's Day, and all of the smart shoppers are in the store taking advantage of what we have to offer. You know we're having the 20% off everything Valentine's, so if you haven't been in, you need to make your way in because this sale ends on Saturday, February 15th. Mr. Munker, Spiritual Advisor, you know we still have 70% off all of our jewelry. And listen, ladies, if you're looking for something sexy this Valentine's Day season, then you need to come in and take advantage of what we have to offer. Mr. Munker, not only do we have the 70% off the jewelry, but you know, we have still got, yes we do, we have still got the clothing where you can get 5 for $25. So I'm saying to all of the smart shoppers out there, if you haven't been in as yet, then you need to make your way into Shop Smart because we're here for you for whatever season of your life and for everyday living. So we're right here at number 122 Marquis Street. If you turn off of Wolf Road and turn onto Marquis Street, it is the second corner on the left-hand side. It is the 2-story yellow building, Shop Smart Department Store. We're open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. Mr. Munker, Spiritual Advisor, all of the women and man them, remember to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart.
Lord, I thank you for Tanya and her philosophy, for all the man them and the woman them to shop smart. Tanya is one of the women them. Well, folks, I want to welcome Dr. Dwayne Sands to the Capitol. And, you know, I normally miss him when I'm not feeling well. So I was not feeling well a couple of hours, and so I was searching for him, and I'm now going to challenge him publicly that whenever he's leaving the Commonwealth of the Bahamas on private matters as his patient, I'm to be advised. I don't want to hear he's in China, he's in the United States. Doc, it's me. I'm your patient. Welcome back. And I thank you for everything you have done for me and you are continuing to do for me. It's powerful. Well, my spiritual advisor, it's time to open the lines, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to open the lines. But let me just read this quickly.
You're reading something?
Yeah, let's go back to this. Just quickly, we're going to get to you. Just 2 minutes, we're going to go back to this reserve thing. All reserve police are paid a stipend, yes, and they should not depend on it. But there's a paid scale for each rank, and if the police force, on the police force for years. And this scale affects officers as follows. Constables, $5.50 an hour. Corporals, $5.75 an hour. Inspectors, $7.25 an hour, and so forth. So the officers get this stipend every month. Some of them work harder than the regular police officers, and they deserve their funds. The stipend sheet goes in at the end of every month, and the payment is usually made 2 weeks later. Okay. All right, so, all right. We got that. Thank you so much. So we're going to open the lines, and maybe some reserve officers may call in. 323-7775 is the number to call, 698-0775 and 698-0776. So you can call us so we could engage you for the next 25 minutes. If you'd like, the numbers are 323-7775, 698-0775 and 698-0776. You have any calls, producer? No. Yeah. We're going to open the lines now then. Okay, so callers, the lines are open officially. Call in now. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and of course 6980 776. You're required to work 150 hours. You're not supposed to be paid for just little.
Are there any callers?
Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Good day, Brady. How you doing?
All righty.
Coffee. Hey, Mr. Monica.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Thank God. Life and good day to the Bahamas. Senator, I listened to Shanique Miller. I'm in the show on this TV station last time with Shanique Miller. I think that's beyond the headline. And she was interviewing the chief passport officer, I believe, Mr. Simonet.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly how she asked him, exactly how she said, but I could try to paraphrase.
Okay.
She's asking him about corruption or maybe employees who might be working on day. It sounds like he said he could swear for himself. Mr. Monk, I say that to say, as a justice of the peace in this country, one of the smartest justices of the peace, it's the justice of peace and justice of pieces involved with is corruption, criminal activities, what they talking about this probe with passports, illegal documents, etc. What do you have to say to the justice of peace who might be involved in this, and what should the government do with them? I'll hang up and listen.
Well, don't hang up yet, but he's gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Well, first of all, you have to tell me what is the allegation against justices of the peace. I'll give you an example. A Negro woman accompanied by her Negro common law husband. They swear to the parenthood of a Negro man. Well, what then am I required to do? I'm required to take a statement from them under oath and ask them if the content of the affidavit is correct and true. If they say it is correct and true, I then invite them to sign the document and I notarize their signature. So let's say, for instance, it is discovered that what they swore was not true. Then the justice of the peace is not guilty of a crime unless he knew them and knew it was not their son. So anybody who appears before me and say, this is my son, this is my daughter, I take a notarial oath. I record it. They sign it. I swear them. I affirm them. And then, of course, there is another protocol. They should have applied to the Registrar General's Department for a birth certificate. Then there is to be a search to determine if there is one that exists. And then if there's not one, a smart Registrar General will then say to them, go to the Princess Margaret Hospital, go to the business office or whatever office it is, and bring a letter saying that Mary Smith had, on the 1st of January 2025, a Negro male born to her. And then if the hospital has that record, they will write a letter and seal it and send it to the Registrar General, who upon opening it and confirming what the hospital says is required to issue a pink card. So where then is the justice of the peace committing a crime? No, that isn't where the crime is. The crime might be where you mislead the JP. Therefore, if that can be established, the justice of the peace is a quasi-magistrate. You would be guilty of deceit of a public officer. Yeah. So you have to be very careful of that. And there are many persons, because we have a high Haitian population, they suggest that the JP is doing something unlawful. You have to look to see if there's collusion. And take it from me, fraud do exist. I recall when Hubert Ingram was Prime Minister, a fraud was about to be committed. Let me answer that Negro. A fraud was about to be committed. And when I saw what the young man was doing, and I recognized why he was doing it, I went quietly to Hubert Ingram and he corrected it. And therefore, the fraud didn't have to be committed because the man had all of the qualification, save that they asked of something in 2010, which he could not produce. And then you had Bramwell McCartney and them who wasn't listening to Hubert Ingram, or who perhaps listened to Hubert Ingram when he say, Pakembe, I see you. Don't catch no Haitian. Go ahead.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Mr. Monta,
Sir.
good evening, you spiritual advisor.
Good evening.
I have a complaint against BTC. BTC is one of the most loudest, worthless companies we have in the Bahamas.
That's the light people? The light people?
No, BTC.
BTC.
The foreign people.
What have they done?
So, Nassau Village, Alexander Boulevard, and Lee Street.
Yeah?
A truck put down the cable on Tuesday early morning and report to BTC. Up to the day, they haven't sent away look at it yet. If they send somebody that same day, it was been an hour to 2 hours work. Now all the wires down, nobody else even have nothing. I think it takes 48 hours or more before they come and check things out.
Okay.
Relevant for telco,
Yeah.
this will happen an hour later. BTC is one of the most loudest, weighted food companies we have in the island.
Do you know that the Bahamian people owns 49% of BTC?
I was told about.
And are you aware? I want you to listen to me for a second. Listen to me for a second. And you are aware that Javago Line, while serving as a minister in the FNM government, said that 49% is equal to 50%? Take my number and send me a WhatsApp of the lamp pole, and I promise to call my friends at BDC and have your matter corrected.
There's a poll number.
Okay?
All the wires on the ground, everything wake up.
Okay, so take a picture of it and send me a WhatsApp.
Yeah. The poll, don't forget the poll number now. That's very important.
Okay.
All right.
Do well, my brother.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Go ahead, call. You're live.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you ask Mr. Manka to please check the eye clinic number?
Oh, goodness of mercy. Listen, I was supposed to have done it, but I got preoccupied. I wanted to do a particular medical examination, and I got caught where I went to one big institution, and it take them 45 minutes to tell me what it costs.
Okay.
Then I run to the next one, and it took about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And by the time they finished with that, tell me what that can cost, I can have to hold a cookout to raise that money. Yeah. But I promise you tomorrow, I will go to the eye place and speak with the lady in charge. I know her very, very well. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
depend on you now.
Yes, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to ask Marcus to remind me, and tomorrow I will go there.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, you're welcome, caller. We have more calls? All right, welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Monker, good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am.
Before I say something, Mr. Monker, I'd like to send my condolences to you, spiritual advisor, from Narissa and myself.
Thank you.
On the passing of your sister.
Yes, thank you so much. I haven't heard from you for a long time.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Mr. Monker.
Yes, ma'am.
I just sent you a video. I would like for you, sir, to kindly open that.
Okay.
And tell me what you think about it.
Is it sinful?
No, it's a disgrace. Please open it, Mr. Monka.
Okay.
Yeah,
and what
open
is
it. I just sent it to you.
Really?
It's a bunch of garbage there by where you go to get your police record.
No, there are many places that you can go to get a police record. Where?
No. This is on JFK.
They have a place on JFK?
Or Thompson Boulevard?
Thompson Boulevard, sorry.
Okay.
Thompson Boulevard.
Oh,
open the video.
Well, let me...
I was there
Just
today.
hold on a second. It is called University Boulevard.
Well, whatever.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Open that, please, Mr. Monker.
I can't find that now, but I shall look at it. And there are plenty garbage, you say?
Mr. Monka, it's a disgrace.
Now, is it on the police side or is it on the ambulance side?
It is in the parking lot on the western side where you park.
Now, this is for the police or the ambulance?
Mr. Monka, this is where you go to pick up your character reference.
Okay.
The parking lot right there to the left.
Yes.
By the wall by a gas station on the western side.
Yeah. Okay.
By Bahamas waste garbage.
Okay.
If you see that, you won't believe that's on that parking lot.
You're not suggesting that the police put it there, are you?
I don't know who put it there, but whoever put it there,
I will investigate.
It needs to be cleaned immediately.
I'm going to call publicly to the director of the Department of Environmental Health.
Please, yes.
I direct you to go to the police central detective office.
Please.
Send a truck in the morning and move whatever rubbish that is there.
It's a mess. When you open it tomorrow,
don't worry about it.
Display it on your show.
I will send them a text, okay?
Yes.
I will send them a text. I thank you for it. And any garbage you see any part of the island, you send me a video, okay?
Thank you very much,
And we
Mr.
will-
Monco.
All right, you're welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, you too. You take care now.
I was forced to do that this afternoon.
You
I couldn't let it pass and slip up.
You are a good
concerned citizen. Yes.
You're a
Yes.
good citizen.
Okay, you all have a good evening.
Yes, you
good
too.
care.
You take care. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. 698-0776. Mr. Monca's number is... What's your number, Mr. Monca?
Why are you giving out my number? To one of the directors of the Department of Environmental Health. I think your name is Miss Sally Chisholm. Miss Sally Chisholm, in my capacity as a Justice of the Peace, I want you to know it is unlawful for garbage to be held in a public place. I call upon you in the name of the government of the Bahamas to send a truck and a number of Negro workers to clean up the parking lot of the police. We cannot have our police force subject to garbage. It's powerful. Okay, who's next?
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Your live caller, go ahead.
Spiritual advisor, how you doing?
Doing well, thank you so much.
And Mr. Monka?
Hello, my dear.
Mr. Monka, I have a problem.
What is your problem?
My problem is, you see this American flag you have in front hiding the Bahamian flag?
The Bahamian flag is being hidden?
Yes, sir.
Can you see it now?
That's not right.
Can
you
you
need
see-
to reverse that now.
Can
Trump
you see-
already won.
Can you see
Put
it?
the Bahamas flag
Can you
in
see
the
it?
front
Can you
of
see
that American flag.
Can you see it?
Now, I am one of the women there.
Uh-huh.
And I love you, and I love your show. But, Mr. Monka, I can't tolerate that anymore.
Can you see it?
Yes, you have to put our flag where you have the American flag,
Pull the Bahamian
and put
flag
their
back.
flag to the back.
Pull it back. Pull it back.
Yes.
So she can't
You
see
have
it?
to show the Bahamian flag.
Can you see it?
No, I can't. I only can see the American. There you go.
This is
you
powerful.
be our Bahamian first.
Well, I thank you for your patriotism.
You hiding the Bahamian flag, Mr. Monka.
Yeah, you put it back the way it
So
was.
how is it being hidden?
She did see it, but you put it back.
You put it back.
Can you see it?
Spin the cup.
Can
Not
you see
that
it?
way. The next way, man.
This way.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
You have
okay,
to
okay,
show,
right,
You have
okay.
to show the Bahamas flag, Mr.
Can
Monka.
you
No, turn it back.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
it, that's
right
it.
there. Leave that right there.
Right there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I
love that.
I need the American flag. To be
No. We are
Listen
not
to
in
me,
America, Mr.
woman. If you accept my leadership, listen to me. You don't have to agree to it. Now, can you see the Bahamas flag?
Now, calm down, before you get a heart attack.
Listen to me. The doctor just warned me about it yesterday, so I'm going to.
Okay, you see how you have that fit?
Can you see
That's
it?
good. You can see our flag and you can see the American flag.
Okay, because you gotta understand that
Yeah, I can see that now. Leave it just like that.
I have two government, you know.
Yeah, but we have to see our flag.
Okay, well,
Okay.
obvious. I thank you. She's very patriotic. This is the kind of woman that we need in the
Yes.
country. Lord,
Okay,
I thank you for this woman.
you guys. Have a great evening.
Yes, you too.
Do well,
Take care.
do well. This is powerful. I
That'll
want
be
you to know
fine.
that I have two governments. One starts with A as the Americans, and one starts with B as the Bahamas. First time I've ever had two governments in my life. I have Philip Brave Davis and Donald John Trump. It's powerful. Go ahead.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Are you there, caller? Go ahead. All right, we lost that call. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka, spiritual advisor.
Hello, my dear.
I'm calling what are the hospital phone number? Because I have a brother in the hospital.
Yes.
I tried to reach the hospital number and get this. When you call operator, do they still have an operator there?
Yes, they do.
We have quite a number of operators. What is happening?
Listen, Mr. Monka, I call the operator.
Yes.
And they ask you if you know your extension.
Right.
All the numbers are changed. I used to work there, and I'm retired now. And we don't have the extensions for what? And listen, Mr. Monka, guess what? You can't even call them through the house, the landline, because they say that I go to the cell phone. I tried to call and get some information on my brother. All my minutes was gone because when I did reach them, when ward to find out exactly if this is the same ward, they thought, hold on, let me check. They take orders for half an hour before they came back. Then I asked them, I said, transfer me to the other ward. The person said, I don't know how to transfer. I don't know how to ward extension. And all my minutes gone just like that.
Okay, now I want you to
We have
listen.
to use cell phone to call to the hospital.
I'm going to solve your problem. I'm going to ask you a question. You sound like a woman from the eastern part of the island.
Of course.
This is powerful. You are to visit the PLP headquarters. You are to attend their National General Council meeting. You will not be stopped because you are from the eastern part of the island and they love people from the east. And then you will ask permission of the presiding officer. You will stand up. You will draw to the attention of the Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Darville, what the problem is, because you are entitled as a stalwart counselor representing the eastern part of the island to take that to the party. I want the party to know it.
Mr. Bond, my problem is I normally used to go to the meeting, but it's still transportation problem with
What
me.
you mean is transportation? You got
I have two bad legs, and it's transportation problem with me.
Yes, but as a stalwart counselor, do you not have a representative? Don't call the name. Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm directing you to call the representative, and you tell the representative that I say the party must provide you with transportation. You are entitled to that because you are one of the heroes of the PLP. And if the PLP is not prepared to provide you with transportation, then I'll have our party, the FNM, take you to the PLP meeting. Okay?
Okay.
I thank you. It's powerful. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, you're live, caller.
Do you all believe money is good of all people?
Say what?
Do you believe money is good of all people?
No.
If money is the fruit of all evil?
No. No,
Money is good of all evil?
No, not money. The love of money. You gotta say it correct. The love of money.
Money is the root of all evil?
No, the love of money.
The love of money.
Right. It's a
The root of
difference.
all evil.
Right, there's a difference.
So, a question.
Go ahead.
Why the church ask money? Why did the church always ask for 10% of your salary if love of all money is equal?
What?
Can you answer that question?
What's the question?
Is money is the love of all evil?
No, you gotta correct. You have to say it right. The Bible says, "For the love of money is the root of all."
For the love of money
Right.
is root of all evil. Right?
Right.
So why do the church always ask that for 10% of the salary if the love of all evil?
All right. So listen.
Evil cannot be in the church.
All right. Listen. If you go to a church that asks for 10% of your salary, you're going to the wrong church.
So what church? How much? What church just ask
for 5 or 10% of your salary.
No. What happened is, and if you look at 1 Corinthians 16, 1 and 2, you'll see where the Christians are encouraged to give a portion of their salary. It doesn't give a percentage. All right. So in the New Testament, go to 1 Corinthians 16, 1 and 2. It talks about the collection for the saints, and it tells you how you ought to give. All right. It doesn't say 10%. So if you go to any church that is telling you that you have to give 10% of your salary, that's the wrong church.
Well, at least 5%.
Well,
at least 5%.
Remember what I tell you.
Yes, sir.
Go to 1 Corinthians 6. Yeah. All right. Call us back tomorrow.
This is Freedom March. God saved the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God saved the King. Take good care, everybody. It's powerful today. My spiritual advisor.
If it's the Lord's will, tomorrow we'll be back.
We'll be back. Hold on, everybody. Tomorrow. It's powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. It's powerful.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those